awake. Wait. It's alright. I know this may come as a surprise. Rest assured, I'm not here to hurt you. Good. Oh dear. You're very unfortunate to end up here. Where, you ask? Why, this is hell. You died and spawned here. Though, to be frank, your arrival was very unexpected. Every sinner who goes to hell arrives with their appearances disfigured and altered to reflect the crimes they committed. You, however, showed up exactly in your original handsome state. This was not the fate you deserve. Oh, where are my manners? I haven't properly introduced myself. My name's Stolas. What's yours? I'll be sure to remember that. So, what was the last thing you remember before you died? Oh, that is a horrible way to go. There had to have been something that brought you here. A human so innocent, yet so hard to read. Maybe you have committed a sin. Don't worry, I won't bother asking what and why. Just sit down and relax. Let me go get you a drink. Here you go. The ginger ale suffice. You're welcome. Might as well pour myself a glass. Normally I would never show this much compassion to mortals. Hating humans is one thing. Being friends with them, it's the same concept as water and oil. It's fucking bollocks. Tell me a little bit more about yourself. You don't have to be all shy now. What's the harm in sharing your story with a talking owl? Especially one with fingernails like these. I'm not gonna murder you afterwards, if that's what you're concerned about. That would be Blitz's job. Be thankful I'm not in the mood turning into stone. Oh yes, I almost forgot to mention. I have a huge penchant for my beloved Blitzy. Ever since I laid eyes on him, he turned my life upside down in the most romantically cathartic way possible. He owns this company called Imp. It's an organization for assassins and hitmen alike. It used to be an illegal job before it received jurisdiction from one of the 7 deadly sins. In exchange for favors, I offered Blitz my grimoire to enter the world of the living. Earth to be exact. Now with the crystal given by Asmodeus, you can freely enter while carrying out the contract. When you want somebody gone in the world with the ungodly media, murder professionals. That's the company's little jingle. Yes, a lot goes on here in Purgatory. We have a functioning civilization, a social hierarchy, and many forms of entertainment, as well as sinners like R. Kelly. Music is still good regardless of the singer's reputation. Recently I've been watching Sakamoto Days on Netflix. It's a really good anime that I would recommend. Well, I would prefer to read the manga than watch television waiting for one new episode. Do you read Japanese comics by any chance? It just so happens that I've been keeping a collection of different titles. One of Hellsbith's manga is this one. Chainsaw Man. It's got death, devils, manipulation, fear, and lots of violence. I will admit I have always loved to toy with human affairs. It's innate to every devil here. Fear and manipulation is what we thrive on. But don't let that discourage you. I can make you an exception just this once. The first thing we gotta do is wait for Blitz to come back. Since he's got the crystal, getting back to your will should be a simple task. Or so you would think. The problem here is that we can't get caught by the authorities. If they discover a sinless human walking around, they'll do so many torturous activities against your will. It would be wise to stay locked up here. I can't guarantee you'll be safe for very long, but as long as you're here, I can do whatever I want with you. Just so we're clear, you are not as special as Blitzy. He will never ever be replaceable. But I can still give you a sample of what my charming words are capable of. If your heart is saying for you to become a sinner, that is. What do you mean? And of course adultery is wrong. You think I was born yesterday? How does that apply to me? I've always been like this ever since I first met Blitzy. On another note, did you know that I used to be a noble? Had a fancy mansion, lots of money and champagne, and a family. You see, it is prohibited in Pride Ring for peasant demons to steal or loan stuff from the upper class, even if the owner has given their consent. Blitz came very close to being executed until I had to step in. I convinced the people that I was the one who gave him the book. I was the mastermind behind their schemes. Rather than have me killed, they siphoned out all my prestige and wealth. And that's how I ended up here with all of these low-class peasants. And it makes perfect sense after reading one chapter from Gati Akuta. Once you commit a crime, you are banished from the upper world and are forced to live beneath its feet, where all rubbish gets stepped on. Do I miss my wife? Hell no, she's a pardon my French. I regularly don't use that kind of language unless it's for someone I absolutely despise. Our family was never a happy one. Me and Stella only got married so that our child could inherit the Goetia family's title. Octavia was my only reason that keeps me alive. Well, aside from Blitz, of course. I just didn't want her to turn into her mother. Without money, without my kid. If I lose Blitzy, I can never find satisfaction. Oh, you're saying that everything is my fault because I was unfaithful? Because of my obsession? What the fuck would you know, human? You don't even know who I even am, let alone have this conversation for what would have been minutes in your fucked up world, you cheeky chimp. I'm not being in denial. I'm saying that... I am saying that... Sorry. Got myself all worked up for nothing. You are correct. It has been my fault from the beginning. The reason for Stella's hostile disposition is all caused by my infidelity for Blitz. I don't often disclose these flaws with anyone but him. I always kept my weaknesses behind closed doors. The more you learn from those, the better you can shape yourself. And learning's only half the battle. Well, there you have it. That's the story of my life. The tale of a 6-foot-something-inch piece of crap who gave up his fortunes to pursue love and gargle in some of that red scrum shit. If you were Blitzy, you would have gotten used to hearing words like that. For me right now, it's just a Monday. The first time it felt great. Now it's like, ugh, I'm tired. You can fuck off. What's all this? Why are you touching my head all of a sudden? Is this you trying to pity me? I don't need... Oh. It's because I deserve comfort. This... No. You can't. You know I've committed at least 2 crimes. First, I exploited my social status for the benefit of my pleasure. Then I sullied my own relationship with my family. How could I still be respected? You were saying that, although I was wrong to abandon my own family, it was still for the better? No. You're wrong. It was not my intention to abandon Stella nor Octavia. Well, I wasn't too proud of how my wife treated me. Not because of me cheating, but due to the fact I haven't experienced true love long before meeting the imp. I wanted to understand what it means to have a wholesome connection. If only me and Stella could have seen eye to eye. Well, I do appreciate your attempts in consoling this bird. Thanks for hearing my story through the end. Perhaps I should go pay Blitzy a visit to go buy some makeup on the other side. And if you want to blend in with all these sinners, you gotta look the part. This time you're very lucky. I just got my paycheck today. Should be enough for me to buy some paint and fake teeth. We should also do something about that hair of yours. I should get going now, before I get too comfortable around you. I got way too much shit going around my brain. And don't mind the dog lady, she's aware of your predicament. I do hope you and her will get along. I'll see you again before Blitzy comes back. You two behave while I'm gone. Ta-ta!